first time ever in the Gaming Weekly history, we're going to be producing the Gaming Weekly Team Championships. For the first time in TGW history, we're going to be crowning SWAT champions. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, SWAT team champions for the very first time in TGW. You heard the announcer in the background. This is Technical Slayer. In other words, it is SWAT. Hey, everybody, welcome to GameSide. Adrian alongside with my broadcast called XboxFreakPete at GameSide. And partner, this is going to be a very intense battle that is taking place because you, of all people, would know all about SWAT. It is a very intense match.
Dude, I mean, this is my first ever SWAT game, and I gotta say, like, my performance in this first SWAT game is actually really good. So yeah, just stay tuned for the gameplay. But yeah, SWAT in this game feels actually really good.
Yeah, we saw the perverse resilience, so to speak, when it came to you. On your end, you're going to be representing the blue team as opposed to the red team. Remember, the first team to reach up to 50 points will become the team champions for the very first time in the Gaming Weekly history. And you know, SWAT has been a popular game mode amongst the Halo community. In fact, so many people over the past couple of months have been requesting SWAT for the Halo Infinite game. Well, finally we got it in a part of the update earlier today that included so many different components, including SWAT and Free-for-All Slayer. But let's talk about the amount of pressure that you had to come into this game due to the fact that, well, not only were you battling in the first ever SWAT team championships, but the fact that you haven't played this game in actually a very long time.
Yeah. So, like, when the game first launched, there was pretty much just a 4v4 and a big team battle, but now, you know, I mean, like, there's 4 new modes. So, with the original 2 modes, I really didn't play like that much, but like now with like the 4 new other modes, you will expect to see me playing this game a lot more now. So I'm pretty stoked about it.
Shots by XboxFreakPete. Yeah, some of the teams already at 13, as opposed to the red team dominating right now at 19. Now, for XboxFreakPete killing Stanto at this point in time. We talked about there was so much pressure. We talked about the perverse resilience, but we also got to talk about what we were talking about before the game started. The amount of adrenaline, the amount of pressure, but also the amount of rush that you get when you're in. You talked about it, how you felt so powerful, that it felt so good playing this game for the first time in a while, and every single time you shot your opponents down, it's almost as if you felt the rumbles of your control literally just feeling up and actually take it over your body in a way that allowed you to focus even more in this game.
Yes, so I mean, when you get a headshot kill, the sound of the sound effect that it like makes, I mean, like, is satisfaction that you really can't get from like any other Halo game.
Well, you're right, we can hear it in the background. It is absolutely incredible. It's been as clear, you can hear it again, as Kiwi just went down and out. A shot to the skull, and the entire force of that shot literally making the body up midair, jumping from the top in midair, dropping that carcass below, as XboxFreakPete's trying to scout out, but there you see it getting shot down. Did XboxFreakPete. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's blue team versus the red team for the first ever team championships on the line on SWAT. The first ever SWAT team champions are going to be crowned. Is it going to be the blue team? Is it going to be the red team? We're going to be finding out in just a matter of moments. But the fact that our broadcast colleague, our own XboxFreakPete, decided to soil his hands on the Gaming Weekly's team championships, you best believe that the blue team has a huge shot on this. As Kiwi, speaking about shot, Kiwi got shot down. XboxFreakPete now running around, trying to make sure that he scouts out the area so he could try to find more superstars, more opponents, and out of nowhere, it was the superstar from behind. And you gotta believe that was probably the most difficult part in the SWAT game, Xbox. Sometimes you need to have the eyes on the back of your head, and sometimes when that doesn't happen, you do get shot from behind.
Yeah, there was actually, multiple times where I would like be this like running, you running forward, just like trying to find players, and then just get shot right in the back of the head, I mean, like it's
yeah,
like it's very like a annoying, but I mean like it's just part of the game.
Ooh. And it just happened right now. And you're right. And you just actually saw on the bottom of your screen, it said, quote, watch my back. And that's exactly what you're going to want to do in a game like this. You're going to have to watch your back. But sometimes teammates are going to have to do all they can to try to make sure they also assist you throughout the game. Teammates are there for you so they can try to assist you. Look at this XboxFreakPete. A shot to the chest to Kiwi. Kiwi went down for the championship up for grabs in the SWAT tunnel matchup. There you see XboxFreakPete again getting knocked down. Xbox, this is going to be the tough task for you, though, to try to get yourself back into this matchup because it looks like your team is at 32 points as opposed to the red team at 43. 43 right now. Remember, they need 7 more kills to the red team members to win this entire game to become the team champions. So perhaps the red team may have all that pace and confidence beginning to build up inside, but there's XboxFreakPete, though, not giving up, not giving him right now. The perverse resilience, the intentional fortitude, beginning to build, and there you see it once again, kicking, getting knocked down. But out of nowhere, XboxFreakPete gets knocked down himself as well.
Yeah, the red team, like is currently leading, but like in Halo, any thing can like happen. So yeah.
Well, you're right. Anything can happen in a matchup like this as Recon getting killed by XboxFreakPete. It looks like XboxFreakPete is still gaining some pace, but the question is, will it be enough? As you saw the opponent pummeling down Xbox. Xbox went down and out. The red team at 49. They need one more point to become the team champions. The first ever team champions, a part of the SWAT game in TGW, everybody. And indeed it happened. Indeed it happened. The red team with 50 points as opposed to the blue team at 41. With the 50th point, it looks like the red team's going to be taking the victory lap, and they're going to be going home with the team championships, a part of SWAT. First ever team championships, ladies and gentlemen, happening tonight. And that is correct, folks. The Gaming Weekly has announced that they are going to do team championships, a part of the Gaming Weekly on SWAT. And it looks like tonight the red members have decided to go in there in a completely different zone, in a completely different mindset, knowing that this was a championship, and they decided to completely dominate. You got to give them credit, despite the fact that you lost Xbox. So you did a great job alongside with your partners, but the red...
Yeah, I mean, like a pretty good game, just like overall. I mean, like it was a 3v4 game, but still, came close, but like in the end, the red team reigned supreme tonight.
Oh, they did. And it looks like the red teams are going to be, like I said, holding the titles, the championships here tonight in this match. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about the retrospective that we've had here, part of the Gaming Weekly. We got to talk about the perspective as well, because the Gaming Weekly will continue the Halo Infinite game nights over the next couple of weeks. And what I mean by that historical perspective, we actually got to look back and actually, we'll talk about the incredible Halo games that we broadcasted through the years, Xbox. And I guess you can say that Halo Infinite now is officially added to the list of games that we're going to continue in TGW. And can you imagine all the different the economies, all the different matches that can take place, all the different stuff that's going to be taking place in TGW, all the different matches and championship battles and 4v4s, 2v2s, team battles, so on and so forth. It is going to be crazy and intense.
Yeah. So like Infinite will actually be the last mainstream Halo title for at least 10 years. So like that is 10 years of potential TGW content on the way.
Yeah, a lot of content coming our way. Well, again, folks, congratulations to the red team members. They're going to be walking out of here as the SWAT team championships. As I should say, the SWAT team champions. It is Stanto, Kiwi, Recon, and Shin. Congratulations to the 4 superstars involved competing here tonight. They're going to be, well, the team champions. And do you have any final words for these competitors?
G's, you know, to like every player involved in this good matchup tonight. Very good.
Indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us here tonight. Gaming Weekly, we wish you good night. And right now, we will say the red team at the moment are the team champions for the SWAT game. The question is, how long are they going to hold that title? We'll catch you next time.